How about this thing? The horseshoe with a little cap. Oh, I forgot to do fast Ganon, as I always forget. Oh, Subtle, what are your thoughts on that? Is he subtle? Just find just a normal sword. Actually, I could do this too. Well, that's not good. That's not what you want to say. And you don't check Link's house. Shame on you. This is beautiful. What a great start. Make a new seed? No, Smiley. I'm good. I'm happy with my sword. Master Sword right now. How's the sound for you guys? Do you want me to make it a little bit louder? Actually, it looks pretty good for you guys. I'm dead. You're a sound? Shit. I've been gotten. Gotten hard. Listen to this music. He always falls for it. You're right. You got me. That was a really good spin. I'm pretty proud of that spin. This is the best escape I've ever done. Oh, I did the angle too. Yeah, you can kind of like slant over that corner. Oh my god. I should just be speedrunning right now. I'm playing this so well. Got good RNG there. Oh, messed it up. It's all over. It's all over. Reset, 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 reset. Ah, I got stuck. Don't do it. I was at 3/4 hearts. We were okay, guys. I was a little worried. You know, just to think about it, I probably shouldn't have to do this yet. There's like a 50% chance this is a mapper or the small key. I guess if it's the small key, I should keep going, right? That's interesting. I probably should have done Kakariko before doing this stuff. Actually, no. There's a 2 and 5 chance because I haven't done the Sank chest yet. It's 2 and 5 whether this is a small key or not. At this point, I'm just doing this to show off to you guys. That's all I'm really doing it for. Really? There it is. Okay. Complete waste of time. You know what actually would be dirty? Is they give me the small key here. And now I have to walk through to get my gloves. Well, that's awkward. That's pretty funny though. Oh, you're gonna be staring at the keys for the emo tracker. I'm way too lazy to change that. No, he got me. Rupees? Yeah, that was tier 2. Yeah, but you don't have a sword yet. Oh, wow, we got money. Bush no! Why would you do this to me? Bush crab with the monies. Yeah, this music's so much better. Heart container. Oh, well. You're not ahead. You don't have a sword. You're incorrect. You're not swiping at things like I am. What are you slashing in the village? The chickens. Oh, no. I killed them. All the chickens. And when you talk to the wrong woman, she pulls a guard too. So you're double screwed. You got a guard in front of you, you got chickens behind you. Without a sword, you're done. I'll take arrows. Man, not having to check entrances to know where everything is, huge quality of life situation. This is why he loses races. Last time I checked, I won the last one. Thank you very much. And that's all that matters, remember? That's what makes me the higher seed, because I only won the last one. That's how that works. It's the only one that matters. Wow. Thieves... Blind's hideout sucks. Every old person gets lucky. Are you telling me you threw on purpose one old man's wish before he passes? That was very kind of you. Very, very kind of you to throw on purpose. Excuse me. Throwing for content? Oh, I don't think that's gonna count. Oh, damn it. I'm sick. Dude, I'm getting jack shit other than the sword. And money and stuff. This isn't good. Guess we're going to South Shore. Pretty much guaranteed. Flippers. Flippers. See, you would have died to that chicken. That chicken was scared of me, so it didn't attack me. Oh. Hello, hookshot. Hello. Alright. What are the odds of me skipping, Oh, never mind. I was gonna say sick kid because I have to come back, but I don't. Haha, joke's on you. You do have hookshot guaranteed first. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alright. Check off sick kid in your head, guys. I did it. It's all done. Oh my god, I'm getting stuck. Yeah. I'm telling you, these seeds have been really tough on me when it comes to completing. The classic lake glove, huh? Right. It's not that late. Why don't you relax? It's only been 10 minutes. Why don't you relax? Just a little bit. Dude, I don't know how to, like, hit that guy without him wrecking me every single time. You know what I say? I say screw the strats. We're going to Agina. Oh, we got close. I'm so happy. We're getting this out of the way. This is old coin chaser strats, by the way. Get this out of the way. Very old coin chaser strats. We're going back to it. I'm done getting screwed over by Agina. I don't care. I'll save quit and I'm going to Moldorm Cave after. I'm not getting screwed over anymore when this has my Moon Pearl or Hammer. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done having this hook shot. Having this be hook shot. See? I needed those 10 bombs. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Very important 10 bombs. You think if I don't have flippers, that makes more of a reason? You're not beating me in this race. Stop. Look at that. I got a free heart. You don't get that heart. Oh my god. Ow. Got me. Nice. Nice. Nice! I'm just sitting here in the center. He keeps dodging me on the sides. Wow, mini Moldorm Cave sucks. Yeah, first to fourth try, you mean? May I have boots, please? $20. Nah, I'm done getting screwed over by Agina. I'm just gonna get that spot now. It'll be a huge mindfuck, because when you're stuck and you're like, man, I need to go to Agina, you're gonna be like, Coin Chaser already has whatever that item is. That's what's gonna happen the next time you race me. Could you, like, go? Thanks. I know. So that's what I'm saying, is when something is really important there, you're gonna be like, oh shit, Coin already has it. It's exactly my point. Or I guess you just lose the race? Is that what you're trying to say? I just never check it ever? Nothing is ever there, yeah. Until it's a hook shot. Oh, I can see. You're in Paradox Cave already? You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But you don't have 10 bombs. That's what I'm trying to say. That was worth. You don't have Hyrule Castle now. I guess you're lost. I guess you're lost. It's okay. I can guide you through Hyrule Castle. So why don't we do a best of 3 settle if you're gonna talk so much smack? Well, we get the Airy and Scrap commentators on, and we have a best of 3. Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, we're gonna do mountain stuff. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking I'm going down to save the old man, and I just jumped into a hole. So that's awkward. Yeah, sure. I'll do a best of 3 with you. Yeah. Set up the time. Get Airy and Scrap on the commentating. I'll be there. I'll be doing pod dark rooms all day. Spinning circles around you. There are some fighting words. What's happen when you talk trash? Put up your dukes. I'm ready. I'm ready. Gotta love the classic talk shit, get shit. You're not wrong. Alright, Eastern's pretty safe play now, but everything is in logic and it's a crystal. Powder. Cake, interesting. Oh no, I placed 2 bombs. Double bomb my way across. Up there. It's not really much to do. Other than get rupees for Zorro. I might say, I might use the words for you. This might be a linear seed. This might be a linear seed, guys. Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about Cape making this an Aga seed. Shit. You're actually 100% correct. Guess you really don't want to see an early Cape, do you? Ari, I made you mod? Wow, when did I do that? That's pretty funny. That's awkward. I'm just kidding. uh... Did someone gift you the hat function? Or are you a valid supporter to the function known as hat? Also, I got the superior boomerang. No, no? What? No, no, what? Inferior boomerang? Incorrect. See, this is why you wouldn't win a race against me. You don't know which is the better boomerang. You just don't know. You're a founder? Oh shit. Respect. Respect. Okay, I get it. You really want me to fight Aga. I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I get it. Surprised I missed that. Alright, I bow down. Excuse me, Ari, for insulting your founder badge. Is that function one of your IRL friends? Is that a Kansas area? No. Incorrect. Coin chaser. Incorrect. You know, you don't have to put the big key in the vanilla spot every single time. He thinks he's a Texan? You know what? I never thought about it. I never asked him. I had no idea he was a Texan. He just seems like such a nicer person, more friendlier than Kurz, so I was just very surprised. Yeah, I said it. That's true. That is also true. I didn't do that right. Really? What? Please help me out here and let me know what you're referring to. That's the first time I remembered to hookshot to that block, like a fucking boss. Is that all the items? Shit. This was a waste of time. All that was here was a stupid crystal. Like, what are you referring to? What? Tell me about secrets of Texas that only Texans would know. That's a nice magic. Task. So it's Zorro or Aga, huh? Interesting. Interesting situation we have here. It's pronounced toss. He can't share inside info? See, I thought about doing the whatchamacallit. So there were two things I was thinking of. One is I was thinking, boy, I could have gotten some more rupees. Not that it would have really helped me that much more in Eastern, because there is a rupee room of like, I don't know, 100 rupees or 90 rupees essentially. And then I was like, actually, that won't even do that much more. And then I was like, all right, then I'll do Houlihan. And then I said to myself, it's kind of nice to have this portal here. Like, even if this ends up being a Moon Pearl on either Zora or not, I still have to do this. Like, the only way Zora helps me is if it's like book or something, or mirror, I guess, or hammer to get me to Hera or something like that. I don't know. I think this is the right call. But then again, this has to be something on the ledge. So for all I know, Zor is the right thing to do, but I still have to get my Moon Pearl. But I still have to do this anyway. Right. Some kind of progression. Is it 2 slashes? It is 2 slashes. Oh, I don't have a bow. It took so long there. It's so weird to do these runes without boots. Boots is so important in most of these rooms. It's so weird. Did I leave? That's true. I did leave. I should be getting rupees on my way there, shouldn't I? I didn't even think about that. I'm like, this has to be it. This has to be my, I don't know, book. You're right. I should be collecting rupees on the way. I think I'm just gonna save quit and go to Aga after this. Sanctuary to hopefully do the glitch correctly to get the 250 rupees. Houlihan. That's pretty funny if I left a red rupee also behind. It's pretty stupid. I tried. I went for the hype. What was that, like 2 blue balls? That was really good. I love that. I love that so much. It's such a stupid scream. but I love it. It's good. That's good. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Guys, it's progression, okay? It's progression. It has to be. It has to be. It's funny. I mean, at least I have Tempered Sword, right? Once the seed starts opening up. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Screw Zorro, am I right? Get him out of here. We made the right choice. Get him out of here. Zorro was the play the whole time for Hammer? Or you're just saying since I had to get the shovel, you were trying to predict that Zorro was the right play? I guess there's an argument to be made that if I had enough money, I could have done Catfish into Zorro. Actually, let's do this. I got pretty lucky that Turtle Rock ended up being pendant. I can't talk. I'm really tired. What if Zora's hammer? Then I'm getting that along much later when I have enough money. I'm going to Thieves Town and stuff. Oh, I forgot this is an enemy. Nope, we're not going to Zora for a while. I'll get my money somewhere else. Oh! Yeah, I don't need hammer. Guys, I just have a gold sword. What is this seed? Don't do it. Oh, he got me. He outsmarted me. I don't need a hammer, guys. I don't know what this nonsense. This is easily the fastest I've ever gotten a gold sword. 33 minutes in? That's pretty good. Oh man, I could just slice and dice everyone now. This is amazing. Get out of my face. This is fine, guys. Just a normal seed. Gold sword after only one crystal. No problem. See? Look at me grinding up the money now for Zora. I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't have hammer, so. I feel like there's just so much on this side that since I have hookshot. If I didn't have, well, yeah, I guess if I didn't have hookshot, then of course I have to go to pod, but I think there's just so much over here that I should be doing this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's only 5 locations, and I'd rather do it once. What? Why didn't my sword hit that skeleton? What kind of bullshit was that? I'm telling you, I'm a big prominent person to go into Thieves Town without hammer. I don't mind leaving that alone for later. I guess I'm just gonna die at this rate. Alright, ready? We're gonna call it out. Ah, I got a book. Watch this call out. Watch this call out. Oh! That was sick. That was the sickest fairy I've ever powdered. Thank you, thank you. Hold your applause. That was a call out of a bunny beam. I don't think it's a bad play. I think I'd prefer to do this. I can see some good reasoning to do it. It's 5 locations. And if Hammer's in there, then you're a god. You know? Or like something really important in there. Oh my god. Because I'm going to get Hammer super late, then I respect it. What is this music? I feel like I'm at like a death metal band concert. Yeah, all 3. It wouldn't just be one of those items. It'd be all 3, you're right. I don't know. Why don't you tell me how many items are on this side? So I had cape for 1. I have 4 in here. I have 3 in Village of Outcasts. So we're at 8. 9 for Stumpy, 10 for Digging Game, and 5. So that's 15. And I didn't even talk about Skullwoods, but I'm not dipping into Skullwoods until I do Hype Cave first. So 17 locations versus 5. And I could always save and quit and go through the portal again if I need to. Also notice the small key locked itself, so this dungeon's complete. You did say aura, but I was just teasing you. I think I might have, yeah, I did mess it up. Shit. Do I have a red block? I don't have a red block. Oh no. I'm throwing. I'm throwing for content. One more hit. Alright, we did it. It was close. I'm telling you, it happens so... Like, even if you do leave an item down there, what are the odds that it's a good item, you know? But you're not wrong. I think it happens more often than you think that the big chest will either have a map, compass, or small key, or something pointless. I don't know. I guess I lose the race then, right? There's an item there. I go back much later. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a calculated risk that pays off more often than it doesn't, I guess is the better way to put it. Yeah, Titan's is nice. I don't know why I'm going up, but... I don't have hammers, so I guess we do Digging Game and then we come back up for Mr. Smith. Where's Scrap? At Scrap Arena C2. That's how you do it. There's an argument to be made that I should just keep digging until I get like 450 rupees, probably. Alright, gonna go get Mr. Smith and take him for a drive. I get it. No, it it definitely it definitely makes sense. I think it's the fact that pod it just takes so long to get to that I just don't want to double dip it. So there's just so many more locations over here to check. Like your the chances of you double dipping pod versus or the amount of time it takes for you to double dip pod versus Thieves Town is a lot less, and you have a better chance of double dipping pod versus Thieves. Skullwoods, you're gonna do it, but that doesn't really matter that much since you're just doing the front. So that's really easy. I think it's just the amount of time it takes to do pod. Well, we'll see if I'm wrong, or my hammer is right here. Do I go back for K45? No, I don't think I do. I was thinking about it, and I was like, nah, probably not. Oh, I gotta do it. I got destroyed. I didn't even think about that. I did need to mirror and then save quiet. That's true. You're 100% correct in that. That's all like one go now. Titandsmiths also does unlock right side Death Mountain, and then I can get a. Well, I guess Turtle Rock is not as important, but that's 6 checks on the mountain to get out of the way. I have a book, so I can do Ether. Shit. I should have done Bombo's tablet while I was there. That was a mistake. Should have done Bombo's tablet. Mountain is more appealing for 6 checks. Get more money that way. Is that what you're convincing me? Are you convincing me to go to Mountain? Can't. Well, Hera would be green pendant. It could be a whole big nothing up here. Like if I'm doing Mountain, then I'm probably doing green pendant Hera, as well as East Death Mountain. I guess I'll do that first. Got me. I've been gotten. Yeah. But that's only 3 checks now. That's why I was like, man, do I go back for K45 now that I got mirror and I could have done Bombo's tablet and I walk it all the way back almost? That probably would have been a good play. Bombo's tablet, K45 mirror, and then walk the Smith back. Then get purple chest and then have to save quit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I like this play. I kind of talked myself into it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can just do it on the way down. I guess, excuse me. I guess I was kind of orphaning purple chest in my head and being like, I'll just do it much later. I forget what this was. Okay. That scream. That scream is so funny. It was Bombos, right? I'm not an idiot. You guys can check me. I already like blanked out what I just did. I don't feel like going back and checking. I hate that so much. No one's responding. Let me just double check to make sure that was spawnless. Okay, I'm officially not crazy. Yeah, I don't know if this is a good play or not. I guess I'll turn in the green pendant when I actually do pod. Well, I have enough money for Zorro to make that long play. You know what I always keep forgetting is that I don't have hammer, so it's gonna take me a very long time to get back to swamp, so I could have checked the first chest of that. Once I got mirror. That chest better not fuck me over. Of course. There's a way to do the Harapot without the boots. I just don't know how to do it. Yeah, I don't know. This is a lot of work for 7-8 locations. But there's really no good decisions right now. Like, none. Dip into front of Skull Woods, do one chest in Swamp. Can't do Ice. Can't do Turtle Rock. Can't do Misery Mire. And dip into Pod. So now Pod is looking a lot nicer. Yeah, it's okay. I don't need the shields. We'll be okay, guys. Oh! He almost knocked me over. That was much slower than my normal route. I was like, I got gold sword. I could just slap all three of them, and that was much slower. Okay. It's looking like a bust. We'll just have to hope that green pendant was something. Otherwise, mountain kind of sucks. Or it did suck, I should say. Ow. Yeah. That was definitely an uncharacteristic play by him, to make that 45-degree turn away. But once I saw him turn that way, I knew I was screwed. Unfortunate. Big F. Map. Thank you. So do you do pod first, or do you do the Zorro chain that we just made? Or do we fake powder first? I just have to give up. Maybe that's what we do first. It's a hype single play. It's probably a terrible play, honestly. Because I don't want to save and quit and be wrong when it comes to mushroom and then have to walk back over there, so might as well do it now. Oh, I don't have red cane. Well, I guess we're doing purple chest then. Yeah, that'd be really hard to fake powder without the red cane. I don't have to fake powder, I have the powder. I'm so dumb. I didn't see that I had powder. I'm so dumb. I don't know why. This is what happens when you do 2 seeds in a row. Fake powder? Well, if I had red can, I could fake powder with the powder. So I wasn't wrong, but I was wrong. You know what I mean? I was wrong for the exact wrong play. Oh, that's the wrong way. Alright, I'm saving K45 and Bombo's tablet for last now. We're gonna do... Am I really going into pod? I think we're doing Zorro next. And then we'll have to make our way back. Welcome to the game. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the welcome. Thank you so much, Sherry. I love walking everywhere, by the way. Did I ever mention that? Oh my god, it's my favorite. Actually, my favorite thing to do. I see mushroom and I'm like, I just want to fake powder. That's all I want to do. Really? Oh, usually you bonk on purpose, because that actually counts. I wasn't square enough on the bush. Oh, that's awkward. It's looking like pod was a good choice, Subtle. It's sure looking like that. Woo! Unless my green pendant is hammer and I'm a fucking god. That's the only other option. I'm a god. Fuck pod, am I right? We're not going to pod. Never again going to pod. Boy, it's gonna take me so long to get my hammer when it's in pod. I'll go into pendant TR before I go into pod. Am I right? Just give me a bombos. Yeah, I was thinking about graveyard ledge, and then I went all the way up here, and I'm not going back for that. I'll have to do that on the way back. I love walking everywhere. I don't want flute. I don't want boots. I just want to walk. Get in my steps. So what do we need? Clearly need a hammer, flute, red cane, medallion to get into Misery Mire. I think that's it. Ah! I got stuck. Ah! Oh, right. I have a mirror. Oh, well. It's funny. Has mirror. Takes the hand. Anyway. Didn't get an item, so we're going to the bottom. Found the big key. Well, there's no sword in this Skullwood's big chest, I'll tell you that. Oh, that's even nicer. Give me my magic back. I attempt to speak American. Actually, I don't want that. Can you roll your R's? No. 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 They would sound a lot like how Scrap does it. I cannot do it. Gasp. Nah. Is that really an American thing to do? I feel like it's more like a Spanish thing to do. Is that an American thing to do, to roll your R's? That was definitely a seat adjust. Oh, it's an American thing not to know how. Well, I am definitely 100% American and don't know how. That's funny. Alright, let's try it. I want to test it out. That's my first item. See, I gotta leave and enter if I want a mirror now. That's the problem with this. That's why I don't think it's worth it. It's worth it to just go around the bushes. I don't have any small keys? Give me a small key. Thank you. I don't want the main item. I want more small keys to do all the chests. Thank you. Okay, Skullwoods was a waste of time. Alright, Graveyard Ledge we do. I'm doing everything but pod right now. I think that's what I kind of set myself up for, right? You could just use hookshot? When? When could I have used hookshot? When are you referring to? Could be desert too. Desert could be my play to get my hammer instead of mirror. Oh, yeah, you're right. I could have. It's actually what I ended up doing. I didn't even think about it until after. But you're right. Good hookshot instead. I guess I was like talking about the later chests. Like not just big chest. We going to ice, boys? We're gonna like slowly make our way to ice. Like what's the next chance we're gonna have over here? It's only 3 locations. I don't have hammer. Of course I should not be going there. I was so close. I was so close to figuring it out that that was the wrong play. I was so close. I was so close. Hammer's like the last thing I always think about when it comes to ice. Yeah. I mean, it could be. No. I was so close to making the right decision and not doing that. And I forgot at the last second. I was like, can I do ice? I have hookshot. I have fire rod and an entrance. I have Titan's mitts and flippers. What's the problem? What's going over? Oh, right. The fact that I don't have a hammer to do most of the dungeon. You think you would have done? I mean, you did say you would have done pod earlier, but would you have done pod before doing mushroom and stuff in Zorro? Maybe that's when I should have done pod after I did that. I should have saved and quit and went to pod then. I already did this. There's no purple chest there if I've already entered it. There's no purple chest there. See, this is why when I had the smith, it probably would have been good to do K45 and Bombless Tablet for this exact reason. Yeah. Oh well. Listen, when green pendant ends up being the answer, I'm a genius. Don't forget that. I'll take it. I'll take the goo. If I was racing somebody, sweating hard, probably wouldn't pick it up. But boy, pod is looking like a much better answer right now. Shut up. I could fall into the hole with your 12 hearts. No, they're all precious to me, Eri. I wouldn't say it doesn't matter. It could matter. Dude, when it's desert, I'm gonna be so angry. That's actually a good time to go to desert, and I didn't. I really want to see what this first chest is here. And then we're going to pod. We're doing desert last. I've convinced myself to do desert last. When did I get booked? Do you remember? Dude, if green pendant is hammer on the way to pod, I'm a legend. Book on mountain? Was book like Hookshot Cave or something? Or did I? No, I went to mountain when I had book in hand, didn't I? Maybe it was the first time I went up the mountain. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It was Dark Death Mountain? Ah, I don't remember that correctly. I believe you. My brain is mush, so I absolutely believe you. Ah, thank you so much for the gifted sub there, Michael. I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Richie will be very happy with those emotes. Where am I going? Okay, now I know where I'm going. I appreciate you. You know, we actually haven't talked to Michael. Do you play randomizers yourself? Alright, here it is. The big brain play. The getting green pendant before dipping pod. Here it comes, guys. It's gonna be so important. I guess I could have done desert and then made my way back to swamp and then decide if I wanted to do ice or pod. Could have done it on the way back, I guess. Alright, here it is. Hammer on Saha. Right here, right now. Ready? Boom. Sick 20 rupees. Hera was a waste of time. All of... Oh yeah, we said that, didn't we? Didn't we say all Dark Death Mountain was a waste of time? Oh man. Delay pod as much as possible. I'll leave. I'll leave right now. Don't challenge me. I will do it. Do not dare me. I will leave. I guess I can hook shot first to these things. I feel like it's this, the two locations in desert. If if it's not torch locked or ice. Throw it, please. Thanks. Nice. Feeling more comfortable with that pixel, which is good. I love walking around. So much. Still got hit. Man, gold sword and red mail. And we are just chilling, no hammer. Oh, I forgot that I didn't have silvers. Oh, I better be death warping my way out of here, huh? Alright. Start damaging my way out. Two should be enough. Unless I get hammer right now. Hammer. Hammer. Don't do it. Son of a bitch. Do I have a fairy? I might have a fairy. Be funny if I had two fairies. Is anyone sweating over there? That's gonna see that desert or ice is the actual answer. Anyone sweating over in the scuffed Discord? You should be. By the big? I don't. I don't know. It's a very good question. It's a very good question. I usually don't have mirror here, that's why. I'm just not used to it. It's a very good question. Why don't just mirror? I should. That's funny. I have everything under control. Red cane. Am I gonna get flute in here and have to go to Misery Mire to get my hammer? Oof. No, you're right, I should have mirrored. I'm just being a dummy. It's not looking good for you, pod believers. One of these has to be the big key. So you only got two more chances. There's the big key. This is it. Vanilla hammer. Vanilla hammer. Actually, no, I gotta, I guess we're doing desert first, right? We're not doing ice first. Damn. I should have done desert right after Bomba's tablet. I would have looked like such a genius. Well, we have red cane, so now we can actually go to the back and do certain things that are out of logic, I guess. So, you would have had that going for you if you did pod early. What happened to the seed? It was so well before. Yeah, it was an Agassiz, but got tempered sword like instantly. Like I even care about that money. What happened? We were doing so well. Bump, bump, bump. Well, red cane was required, so I guess if I get flute in here, we can find, like I said, hammer in Misery Mire, or Misery Mire area. Ice is the answer. Guys, why don't you guys think about this more often? If you do not have red cane or hammer, just go into ice. Don't understand. It's just so clear. Unless you're gonna tell me I did something really obvious and stupid that I can't think of at the moment. No, don't say yes. You're not supposed to say yes to that. Can't think of anything. Could have used that heart. Don't you dare say yes. How could you? You scumbag. How could you? It's sexy every time I do it. I love doing that. So here's the problem. If I don't get a small key in the next like couple chests, I have to mirror and go back. I wonder if it's not worth it. I wonder if it's worth just going up the center. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, missed. Oh well. Ow. Oh, come on, game. I guess I gotta charge my sword a little bit more. There it is. First try. Thanks. Nothing. Just arrows, huh? Where is that spot that you can hook? Oh, it's there. Interesting. You know what? Wait, that actually might not be the best idea. No, let me go this way instead. It'll be longer, but it'll give me a better chance of getting hammer. I'm just gonna get like flute and have to leave and go to Misery Mire, right? Like, that's what we're doing. Nah. Game, be nice. I'm like stuck. It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. Yeah. Like it had to have been progression. I just didn't know if it was going to be hammer or flute. Yeah, hammer ice is always definitely pretty dirty. You definitely never want to see that. I'm still missing the compass too. Should have been counting items, like a good person, like a good player. $20. Yeah. Just go into ice without hammer, forehead. You know it's there. So yeah, see, I wouldn't have gotten the small key. I would have had to mirror and go the long way anyway. So me taking the safe route actually saved me some time technically. Because you would have had to go the annoying way back. Yeah. So I played it safe and it worked out. Oh. Don't worry, I'm going into Turtle Rock to get my flute. We all know that's what's gonna happen, right? I got stuck. This seat ain't over till I say it's over. I don't know why I switched to Fire Ride. You know I'm gonna gold sword it the whole time. Okay. Let's go see what the Misery Mire location is. And I think we're good. 2 out of 3 were in go mode already. Yeah, I'm not upset about how I played that. I think it's very hard to tell yourself to go into ice before pod. I think it's a very hard call to tell yourself to do. And I didn't have Red Cane until after pod, so. I don't think you're making that call too often. But maybe you're the GOAT, and maybe you do make that play. I don't know. I don't make that play. So we got Misery Mire, Swamp, and then finish off pod. Get out of here, you stupid bird. Oh, I don't have boots. Of course I can't do that. Alright. Who's hoping for ether? Who's hoping for ether? I want to hear ethers in chat. You guys wish. You guys wish. Could you guys give me... No, never mind. I was hoping for a heart, but... Oh, it doesn't matter, I can't do it anyway. Who knows if I need the bombs or not. I don't know. Is there a way I can tell myself to go into ice earlier? I don't think so, honestly. I just don't think so. Well, I get to go mode swamp. That's like a huge plus. Oh, you know what? Actually, if we can still root for big key on pedestal, I'm sorry, big key on torch. We can still root for that, I guess. I've still never experienced that. Ow. Ow. No, Ice's big rip. I don't have boots. I can't do a thing. How many Smolkies are there in Misery Mire? Is there 4? I don't think I've ever realized how many. There's just so many in chests. Maybe there's 3. Got both items. A single rupee and a 20. Sick Misery Mire. Oh, I meant to. Shit. I'll be right back. Just love the cutscene chest. Always a big fan. I can't wait to look at this spoiler to see where my boots are. Of course. I just realized I've been setting up for Spooky Mire, but I can't do it because I don't have boots. Rip the spooky. Please hold up. You know, after all this complaining, it's honestly a pretty good time. I shouldn't be complaining that much. It's just a dirty splash for hammer. Everything else was pretty easy. Just terror is like a complete waste of time. Can you convince yourself? Nah, you can't convince yourself to do that. That's wrong. Never mind. I won't even say what I was gonna say. Ah. I knew the rats were gonna get me. Like, there's no way you can convince yourself to go into ice before you go up the mountain and do Super Bunny and Hookshot and all that stuff. There's no way. Not no way, not no how. Nice. Very nice. I got some good RNG with the eyes coming at me. Doesn't really matter whether I do swamp or pod first, I guess. I hate when that guy snipes me. That Octorok gets me every time. I should stay on hammer, huh? I guess that's the only way to get out of here. He stole an arrow. Son of a bitch. He made off with an arrow. There is a minor reason to one of the other. What is that minor reason? To just do it better. That's a good reason. I agree with that. Pot is red crystal. Oh, I was referring to like Hera over going into ice. No, I don't think. I think you just take the L and go to ice almost last. You could probably argue not to go into desert and go into ice first. I don't know. Swamp versus pod. Oh, but I'm not going to. I'm in go mode. You're saying if I wasn't in go mode. If I wasn't in go mode, I would have done pod first. But there's no way I'm looking for boots. Unless you're about to tell me I'm actually not in go mode and I forgot something. You're probably in go mode? Yeah, I agree. Oh, did I have the big key? Oh. If that's my boots, that's gonna be awkward. I probably should be looking for boots. Could you jump, please? Thanks. Oh, that's where they are. It's on Trinex, guys. That's where my boots are. I told you, I've never had this happen where I didn't have boots and it actually wasn't the torch. I've only seen it once while I was watching somebody. It's so rare. I know it's something to hope for, though. What's my time right now? 1:33. It'll probably be like a 1:50. I did skip left side. You're right. Oh, that's a bless. That's a huge bless of a half magic. Didn't even think about half magic. Yeah, it'll take me like... I think it's an hour 50. It'll take me 10 minutes to do GT with all this walking. It usually takes me 8 minutes to do it when I have boots, so... And if the big key is being in a stupid place, I think that 150 is a very reasonable time right now. You fell asleep, Kai, to my voice? Well, we're nearing the end. Hammer screwed me over once again, Kai. It was in ice the whole time. And I'm pretty sure it was the last thing I had checked, so I get to say the meme of saying it was my last check. I can't believe it. It's always my last check. I honestly hate people when they say that. Because usually it's not their last check. Usually there's like 5 more checks and it's just a late check to them. But I get to say the meme. God, I can't believe it. It was my last check. Dude, hammer. I'll always say this. Hammer's always one of the roughest things to have late. Hammer, boots, mirror, flute, something like that. But hammer can be frustrating because it forces you to only get access to the dark world in limited places. That's like the big thing. You know, it's a good thing. I'm surprised that I didn't get another shield. That's what I deserve, I guess, for skipping that shield in K45, right? Oh my god, stop it, beams. Stop beams. Hate beams. Those are the turtles. Oh, green potion was in K4. Where was the shield that I skipped? Oh, it was in Hera, that's right. The first room. Yeah. Fuck that. I just got mirror too, so it really wouldn't have taken me that long to get. Oh my god. If I didn't have mirror, I skipped that shield 100% of the time. $37.5. What are we at right now? We're at 4.5, huh? Uptime for streaming. Have you been enjoying the screams every single time I teleport between the light and the dark? It's so funny. Every time? Good. I'm sure this is something I'll do like once in a while because it's actually pretty obnoxious. I don't know why they thought that. I was like, yeah, someone really wants to do Metroid Prime all the time. We'll just hear Samus scream every single time with the teleport. Morons. Get out of my face. Well, it's interesting. That's fair. I could change it. You're right. Look up which one it specifically is. I probably would just change it to the Kirby one every single time. Because it's that mini game where you have to press the button faster than your friend. It's such a sick sound effect. But you're right. I could change it. Can't believe Hera was such a bust. Yeah. Get out of my face, jerk. Alright guys, I'm going straight to the torch for the meme. Let's see it. Let's see the big key on the torch. I'm down. And by down, I mean I'm probably gonna go look it up. Where the boots are. Do you understand how many locations there are now that I have the hammer that they could be? Maybe I'll do all of GT first, if it's there. Here it is. Here it is. Ah. Sorry, guys. You think location 5, huh? Alright, let's see. Well, that's one location. So you're saying the last one here, huh? Okay. Oh my god, I got a shield. No. Just a small key area. Rip. Nice try. I got all the small keys I ever needed. Ow. Yeah. One more. Thank you. It's a pretty clutch magic. Alright, I'm gonna pick up the key first. Okay, I did it. I can't tell you how many times I've picked up that pot and then just not picked up the the small key and just mirrored out too quickly. Ow. I'm dead. What the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here. Music's getting quiet. It's kind of annoying. Oh my god, it's gonna be on Armos. I'm so upset. Hi, so upset. Oh, it's tile room. You're right, it's tile room. Did I just mess it up again? Alright, it takes 3 bombs to blow this wall up, apparently. Oh boy. Coin Chaser pretty tired. Past Coin Chaser's bedtime. Dude, that's gonna be so upset if it's tile room. I was just there. This seat's just mean. It's gonna make me do the bomb jump again. I did it so well the first time. I was like, yeah, I do this all the time. Let's say powder for Bob this time. I almost messed that up. Tile room, tile room, tile room, tile room. Yes. 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 It's the sea that never ends. Tile room. Woo. What is today? Is it Friday now? I'm totally confused of what day is today. What day just started? Help me out, chat. It is Friday. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We get to listen to the music much longer. Eh. Oh, scare the shit out of me. It was last check. Oh my god. Guys, I had a last check the big key. Oh my god, it was the worst seat ever. It says every rando player ever. Oh my god. It has become one of my pet peeves now to hear people say that. To last check something. God, I had a last check hammer. It was so stupid. Oh, I should have had ow. It has become my pet peeve. Ah! Dude, that door sucked me up. Actually, no, I like to... Well, it's too late now. Oh. I don't have boots. I can't just boots my way over here. Like I want to. That definitely was like a very casual spike. Ow. Yeah, let's not mess around. I don't remember if I have any potions or not. I think I have a green potion. That was a little slow. Guys, how am I gonna be Ganon? I need boots to be Ganon. I hit that orb every single time. It's pretty annoying. Ow. Inferior boomerang. Waiting at the end. I don't need silver arrows. I just want boots. How you doing, Dan? You made it towards the end. Ganon does this stand a chance? Probably not. Boots. Damn. Alright, that's my last check. We walking the rest of the way, boys and girls. Ah. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hate this room without boots. Oh, I got beams though. I'm sick. I don't even remember how I got the beams. Oh, because I used the powder. That's why. You guess you're okay? Do you want to elaborate on that, or are things better now? Oh, I hope things are getting better for you. Do you do randomizers yourself? Ooh, that was terrible. Got one. got me. It's been a bit of a week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope hanging out here and watching me destroy Ganon in a second will make things better. Because I don't even know if I'm going to get to Ganon if I keep doing this fight so poorly. That was like a 5 cycle. That was really bad. That's some Metroid sound effects there. Are you at least off for the weekend, Dan? Sub 2 hours is not bad at all for where Hammer was and how long it took me to get to it. And not doing TR and I guess most of Desert. Only doing 1 check in Desert, so I'm okay with this. I was asking if you're off for the weekend at least. So you can kind of like clear your head about whatever, you know, is going on in your life. You can step away from whatever has been made this week. You're off until Monday? Okay. Alright, so you got some R&R now to kind of, if it's work related, then you kind of reset yourself that way. So that's good to hear. Oh wow, I mistimed that completely. No, I didn't find him, actually. Alright, so we'll ignore this one. Nice. That's a hard one to get. I'm very happy with that. Especially having not practiced in a while. I'm too early, right? Oh no, I got it! I didn't believe in myself. That's on me. I didn't believe. Nice! Another hard one to get. Nice. GG. I am, but I have things to do and they are just as annoying. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Ganon got wrecked. There you go. I'll take it. I'll take the 153 off of those placements. So wait, we double dipped Swamp, Pod. I guess that's it, right? But it was just, you know, the classic walking around without hammer for your Dark World access and having to go around a few times. I guess that's really the main thing I need to pick up from that. From a seed like this is really mitigate how many times I have to loop around towards Swamp. And once I got Mirror and Hype Cave, I really should have done everything there. So I didn't have to do that a second time. I gotta really recognize that. Like when I get a new item in Hype Cave, can I do something on that side? And that honestly would have saved me at least 10 or 15 minutes on its own. Alright, maybe that's a little extreme. 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes.